All right, now, good morning, cyber friends. This is the Midi Man coming at you again from Marcus Studio B and C. We want to say we thank God for the journey. We thank God for life, health, and strength. Thanking Him for each and every one of you, your cyber friends. You know who you are. I taking a break here early morning, y'all. It's a little after one, and I've been working with Studio One basically off and on all day, trying to get some things sorted out, some stuff organized, and I'm doing pretty good at it. I'm making some good progress, I would say. And I just recently I was listening to a few tunes on YouTube as well while I was doing some reading up on some subjects and trying to get everything together. And I just thought I'd take me a break here. Now I was thinking about some things here about life in general. Um, I put a post up on Facebook earlier, and it's like I was telling people that when we feel that, you know, we feel that when we are in trouble, we are the only somebody that's going through anything. But people, we fooling ourselves. You're not the only one. Everybody's having issues of some sort. You're not alone. Trouble, you don't have a monopoly on troubles and trials. Everybody on this planet have troubles and trials. That's just a given. I think of what Marvin Gaye in one of his songs about, I believe, with Trouble Man. So there are three certainties in life: death, tax, and trouble. All of us are susceptible to those three events. And you don't have a monopoly on it, my friends. And I know some of us feel that way. Some of us feel that we are the only one that going through anything, and we like to bellyache and grovel. But let me tell y'all something. I've been sick. I done had issues that happened to me, but I wasn't the only one. There are some people that been just as sick as I am, some sicker. Perhaps. I mean, I done had some issues and things. I lost a leg, and uh, I first started off by losing the great toe on my left leg. Then I ended up losing the whole leg, the bottom portion of the leg itself. Then it crossed over and would try to take my right leg too. But thank God, thank God, I'm yet dealing with it. I yet got my right leg and part of the foot. I had to get some toes cut off and everything, but thank God for that. You are not the only somebody that's having issues. But I know it. Excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. So and so. Let me wake you up a little bit. You don't have a monopoly on troubles and trials. Everybody go through something at some given time. So don't you think that you are the only one. Some of us, we are having issues. We think the end of the world. And we think that everything that's supposed to stop because of us. No, man. That's the wrong answer. Life don't stop. Life do not stop. Just because many man gets sick, life goes on with others. Everybody have their own, like my great grandma used to tell me, everybody got their own row to hoe out. Now those, I ain't talking about that in the street, y'all. I'm talking about a garden hoe. I'm talking about a garden hoe now this time. And she used to say everybody got their own row to hoe out. So in other words, you got your issues, I got mine. I have to deal with what I have to deal with. You have to deal with what you have to deal with. Now I'll agree that everybody handles things differently. I'll agree to that now. We all handle things differently. And some of us are more stronger than others. Some of us are more weaker than others. But nevertheless, I'm saying that don't you think that you're the only one going through stuff. And we got certain, that's the title of this video, I call it Envy and Strife. I named it that because people, let me tell you something. When a person is envious of you, you better watch them. You better watch them. Many man, what you talk about? How do I know when people envious of you? Well, my friends, let me just start with this here statement right here. I'm just gonna give you this much. It could be a lot of reasons, but first of all, enviousness and jealousy is what they call jealousy, the green-eyed monster. But let me just give y'all my take on it. In other words, this is how many man This is how I discern it through the Holy Spirit. This is how I discern it. Envious. I can tell was anybody envious of another person. I watch them. I watch their attitudes and their person, they get up and their general makeup when they're around those people. They always try to do, most of the time, they always are trying to, you know that saying, keep up with the Joneses. They can't let nobody else can do anything unless they try to do it too. Now, the way you can tell when a person is envious of you is that no matter what you do or what kind of accolade you get, you know, I'm going to just use my own self for an example. Like, okay, the Lord laid upon my heart, and listening to some more people that I'd listened to, they encouraged me that I should write a book. And so I did last year. I finished it last year. It's been a year running, a little over a year now running, the first book that I wrote. Well, I don't like calling names. I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't dare do that, but I'm just letting, I know exactly the people that was envious just because of that. You could write your own book. If you wanted to, just write the book. You don't have to be envious of nothing that I done. You do your thing. What we need to do, we need to do what we do. But a lot of us, we are worried about what the Smiths are doing until we can't figure out that what we need to be figuring out what we should do. We are too envious and jealous. When you find a person that envious of you, if they distance themselves from you because of that, you better off. Yeah, you better off. Because everything that you do, people can get a brand new vehicle. Some people can go and buy them a brand new car. And you got some people to go and get in debt, knowing they ain't able to try to get that car, and they'll go try to get the exact same car that other person got. Why? Because of their envy. That envy and that jealousy. They just can't stand to see somebody, that particular person, do something that they are not doing. And they will go through to great lengths in order to do it. Oh, my man, that's a bad way to be, y'all. And I'm going to be honest with you. Many man, I don't deal in that. I just can't. I mean, what you do is fine with me. Fine with me. I ain't got no problem. I don't care what. If you go get you a jet plane, God bless you. I ain't trying to get no jet plane. But if you want to go fly a jet plane, you can go on up there and fly. But I don't want to ride with you, especially when you ain't been to school. You don't know what you're doing up there. You ain't going to kill me up there in your jet plane. But I'm just saying it ain't going to be because I'm not riding with you because I'm envious of you. Because you done bought you a jet plane. I just got good sense not to get on that plane with you and knowing you don't know how to pilot a plane. That's what I'm saying. But some of us will go buy stuff that we don't even know how to use. Simply because we see somebody else went and got it. And then a lot of times, that's an envious person, jealous. They can't stand to see the individual get nothing or do anything that they're not doing. They're going to try to cut them down. Distance yourself, my friend. If they don't, most of the time, they'll distance themselves from you. I'm just telling y'all some stuff that I don't experience in my life. I have experienced that. Most of the time when people get jealous and envious of you, they will distance themselves from you. You won't have to do nothing. You just stand still. They'll get away from you. And guess what? You are better off. The further they can get away from you, the better you're going to be off. Because you don't need no envious and jealous person around. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. Jealousy will lead to murder. Jealousy will lead to murder. Do y'all hear me? You better be careful with people that are jealous and envious of you. You better be careful. Some of us love to be accepted by everybody. And I understand that to a degree. You want to be accepted by people. But let me tell you something. Everybody's not going to endorse you, my brothers and my sisters. I know this to be a fact. I used to think that if I done certain things, certain people would just, embrace me. But guess what? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And some people are never going to embrace you, or they're never going to endorse what you do. Why? Simply because sometimes you won't do what they want you to do. See, I never took that. I never have done that. The worry about what somebody else wants. I don't move because what you think I should do. I move what God leads my heart to believe in what I can do. I know my gifts and I know my talents. However little or however large they are, I know them. And I know what God has told me to do, and that's what I do. I stay in my lane. I ain't trying to be Pavarotti. You know what I mean. I'm not trying to be Dr. Welby and all that. I'm just being MIDI man. And I'm going to do that. And all of us that think that we got a monopoly on trouble, you just sadden yourself. Y'all, I'm going to tell you, we all go through. We all go through. And I just, like I said, I have noticed some things about certain people that I would call myself connected to and everything. And since this social media been popular here in the last, about 10, 15 years now, social media just exploded and everything. And now everybody wants to be popular with everybody. But guess what? You can get on, I'm on Facebook. I got a YouTube account. I got an Instagram account, Twitter as well. I got some more accounts that I don't even deal with these things, because I mainly got them because of listening to what others said about them, and I tried them out and everything, but I didn't like the platform. Some of them I didn't like the platform, and I don't even use it to this day. But nevertheless, this social media really have messed a lot of us up in our mind. It really have, because now we feel that we got to please everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube. And if somebody don't comment on something we put up there, if they don't make a comment on it, we done lost our mind. Then the world is over. Well, guess what? Y'all, I do my videos, and if people comment, they comment. And if they don't, they don't. I don't worry about it. That's not the end of the world because somebody don't comment on a video that I put up, or comment that I might, or a post that I place on Facebook, if somebody don't comment on it. Now I got to go and commit suicide. Please give me a break. Give me a break. But at any rate, for those, I'm sending out an announcement. Please, y'all, if you think that trouble that's always revolve around you, think again. It doesn't. There are others that's going through similar situations. May not be as worse as yours. Sometimes it may be worse than yours. But nevertheless, you don't have a monopoly on troubles and trials. We all have them at different times in our life. The point of the matter is, some of us, they deal with them better than others. That's all that is. That's all it is. Because like I said, I don't like to try to make myself look great and big. I have my problems just as well. I deal with so many weaknesses until I don't know. I can't count them all. But nevertheless, I know where to go with my weaknesses and my fallings and my shortcomings. I don't get mad at everybody on Facebook just because I'm having a bad day. And some of us, you just don't realize other people have had bad days. And some people, why are you belly aching and carrying on like a little child, an immature child? Somebody going through the same thing you're going through at that time. You're going through it. Probably even worse than you. And we're going to sit up there and we want to act like that we the only one. Please, y'all, have a clue. Get a clue. Get up. Make you a pot of coffee. Drink a whole lot of it. And wake up. And face reality that this world don't revolve around you. The universe is not built around you, and I know it. And it's not built around me. And I'm so glad that I can sit here tonight and just plead with my cyber friend and say, I hope that y'all are doing well, and you can believe that Mitty Man ain't got one jealous bone in his body against you. Those of you, and if you are like that, the more distance you can put between us, the better you can do it. You miss a good chance, as my great-grandmama used to tell me all the time. Said that she always used to say, you look better going than you did coming. Because, see, the world is not going to end just because somebody did not befriend me on Facebook or YouTube, or they scratch me off or whatever. That's your prerogative. If your computer, you do what you want with it. That's what I see, because I'm going to do what I want with mine. And I'm going to get back into music production here in just a second. I don't know how long I'm going to be up. I'll be up long as I want to. I don't work for nobody but me. So, with that being said, this is Mitty Man saying whatever you get into. If God ain't in it, get out of it, because it's going to come to nothing. Till the next video, next Bible study, whichever comes first. This is Mitty Man saying peace and good morning.